Hi, I'm Roy Nash, Executive Director of NeighborWorks Waco. Our organization has been in Waco since 1993, now assisting over 1,500 families achieve the dream of home ownership for the very first time. We want you to take a look at some of our success stories, and to do that, we're going to introduce you to the family of Mary Dell Walker.
I was renting all my life. And Mom said, well, Mary, why don't you just go and ask Lisa, see, can you get this house across the street over here? Because you used to live in there, you know all about it. And then Miss Lane had me, and I talked to her, and she said, yeah. But when I got ready to get the house, it was a whole lot more people was in the house. And then I did a little praying, a little crying too, because I want the house, I really did. Everybody need help. Yes. I don't care if you're old or young, everybody need help. Yes, everybody. And I love what y'all done. Y'all reaching out helping. I'm gonna tell you, young need help, older people need help. I'm gonna tell you, but older people need help real bad, really do. But God already sent me to Lisa way. And then a lot of things I don't know, I called Lisa. I said, well, Lisa, I need some help with so I don't understand this and that. And she explained to me. If you do, she come by. She's my lifesaver. She really is. One person told me I was too old to buy, because most people buy a house when they're young and they're 20. And I was in my 50s. And my mom said, you're never too old. You can't buy a house. You have to just save up for it and sacrifice. And that's what I did. My job wasn't putting out a whole lot of money, but it's always a way of doing something. And you go to the right people. And that's what I did. Then I went to Lisa, and everything fell into place. But always put yourself. Don't put, is anybody put you down? Have more faith in yourself instead of what you think. If you make a mistake, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. But I didn't make none. God was with me from day one. And I thank God. And I thank my mother. And I thank Lisa. And I thank Neighborhood Houses for helping me. I really do. They can look back and say, hey, I got me a home. I bought me a home. And this is mine. Nobody can take it from you. Don't have me go and get emotion. But when something yours, it's yours. But nobody can come and say, you put all that love in there and everything in. Somebody come say, well, you got to move. You can't do that too, and you can't do that. But when you buy your own home, it's yours. If you make the payment, if something go wrong, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. But you keep the faith and keep on going and talk to a person, well, so-and-so this and so-and-so that, but you can make it. Don't never give up on yourself. You really don't.
Actually, you never think about owning your own house. This is not something I thought about anyway. So it was really, I guess, exciting when I found out I could own my own house. So what I did was just learn more and more about it. And they have these classes on Saturdays I went to. They let you know how much of a house you can afford by adding up your bills you're paying now and what you're making. So that way you find out how much you really can, how much of a house you can afford. So that I learned. But actually dreaming or having my own home, no, never thought about it. Actually, how I first learned about Neighborhood Works is through my mom. I was going to the Neighborhood Works with her, talking to Lisa, finding out more and more about the houses. And just going with her, helping her get her house and see what she was going through. So I decided I might as well, since I'm there with her, go ahead and try to apply for me a house. And so that's what I did. My mom was the first one to buy a house. I was the second one, and my brother, and my cousin, and my auntie. So it's like 5 of us went through Neighborhood Works. So you can see it's not bad. It's a good place to start if you want to be a homeowner. Well, actually, my mom first bought her house. We helped her move in and everything. And that makes, when you see one family member buying a house, that makes you want to do it too. And so that's how I got started, watching my mom go through the process of what she was doing. And it wasn't hard. It wasn't nothing real hard about trying to apply for the house. just going to the classes, find out what you can afford. But it was real nice. After she did that, that's when I decided to go ahead and get mine. And now that I have got my house, I really love it. Certain places you live, you know, your kids don't have like apartment. They don't have the opportunity to run in their own yard and play around and stuff. Only your own home, they're in their own yard, you know. They can do pretty much what they want to do, worry about other kids messing with them and stuff like that. But yeah, my kids, they grow up pretty good. So owning their house, yeah, it's good. Well, I got this house in '95. I've been renting back then. I'll be still renting, and it wouldn't be something I can call my own. I would say it changed my family because it's make them seem like they can really. You can't never say what you can't do. You can do anything you want. Put your mind to it. So if my family can go out there and start own their own house, I think anybody can do it. You just have to put your mind to it. So it's been real good, real nice.
Being a man, you know what I'm saying, that's the first thing that you can remember coming up, just saying I want my own house, you know what I'm saying, as far as a man concerned, because they want the house a game room or, you know what I'm saying, pool room. I mean, you know, in reality, sometimes people get it, sometimes you don't, you know what I'm saying. I did the rent thing, and it's not my cup of tea, you know, as far as staying in apartments and going on. I like my privacy, you know, my own surrounding, you know what I'm saying. To me, it's like this. For those who that has a job, you know, live in an apartment or renting a house, you know, not to be mean or nothing, but they can do anything to that house while you living in that house. They can make you can move. I mean, you paying your bills on time, but you're renting. You know what I'm saying? So you renting through somebody else, but owning your own house. No, you paying a mortgage. That's your house. Only time you're gonna get put out of this house right here is when you don't pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? So if you can give somebody else a monthly fee, well, this fee going towards you. And not only that, I learned how to even draw equity out of my house, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about, you never know what happened in your life. Or somebody else, like you might need it, well, I got to pull some money out this house and help somebody else out. I done been that road, I did it. You know, that money was there for me, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically, that's all I can say about that, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't pull equity out of somebody else's house, you know, that you rent from. You won't be able to do that. To answer your question, no, I didn't think I owned my own house. You know what I'm saying? I've been down the street owning my own house. I didn't see that in my future. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't see it, but it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It can happen to anybody that want to take that step forward. It can happen. You know, because there ain't too many servers out here gonna do the things that y'all do. You know what I'm saying? It's a good company.
Pretty exciting, isn't it, to think that a mom convinced her daughter and her son to also buy their first home through the NeighborWorks Waco program. What you didn't hear was that mom, Mary Dell, also convinced her sister and her niece to purchase a home through the NeighborWorks Waco program. If you think that you might have an interest in becoming a homeowner for the very first time, you might want to come down to our offices in downtown Waco at 922 Franklin Avenue, or check us out on our website at www.nw-waco.org. We'd be glad to help you and your family achieve the dream of home ownership for the very first time.